I am Kim,
And I'm Abby.
and this is
Katabasis.
Cultura. And so, welcome everyone. We are so excited to start this with you guys. Before we begin our regular episodes, we wanted to just do a quick little podcast episode about who we are, what brought us here, and what we plan for Katabasis Cultura. So, Abby, did you want to share a little bit about who you are?
Yeah, I'm a magical practitioner, and I'm a Hellenic polytheist, and I'm from Alabama. And I'm also a devotee of King Hades, and a little bit of a glamour witch, and a little bit of a poet.
Yes, you are. A little bit. I don't know about all that because she got bars. Um, Awesome. So my name is Kim. I am also considered a polytheist. I s- I wouldn't consider myself too much of a kitchen witch. I like to say eclectic witch with kitchen and chaos tendencies. A little bit of glamour too, I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
But I am in a stage in my life where I'm starting to develop more of a connection to my own culture, my Latin heritage. So I'm connecting more into brujeria and what that looks like for me. um, and yeah, I am a TikTok witchy woo woo. I'm a tarot reader. I create spell oils and custom spells for people. And so now a podcast person too, I guess. So yeah, now we wanted to really kind of introduce ourselves and also introduce this podcast to you all. And we wanted Catabasis Cultura to mean so many different things for each and every one of you, but I know it has a very deep meaning for us. I wanted to get to know more of what Catabasis means to you.
So Catabasis means for me descent, or it means descent. And it's kind of like a play on Persephone's descent into the underworld. And I'm kind of going through that journey myself, and I have been for a couple years, I think. And so it's just very fitting. I'm just diving in. As somebody from Alabama, it's kind of scary to come out as anything not of the norm. So I'm just diving in head first.
100%. And so when we decided to create this podcast together, I think it was very important for us to create it in such a collaborative way and to make sure everything has a deep and intentional meaning because I mean that's what magic is. Magic is intention, it is conversation, it's collaboration and community. And so I know Catabasis was such a big piece of who we are and how we develop. And then the mix with cultura with different cultures, regions, rituals, religions, and different spaces of practice. It was really, really important to be able to begin something that is meant to be a learning experience for all. And
Mhm.
so I know for me, I am still in this journey. Like no matter how much you learn, there's always so much more to learn. And so I know when we spoke about starting a podcast, that was a really, really big thing of just like,
Yeah.
how is this going to look for others to learn while we learn? What is this going to look like? What will this entail? So I'm really excited to really talk about what people are going to expect with Catabasis Cultura and to really just like give a little bit of a sneak peek of what it is that we're planning to do. And girlfriend, I know that we planned a lot. We did a
Mhm.
lot. We
I
talked about
can't
a lot
wait
of
to
different
talk
things.
about Hellenism and everything, like, glamour, that's really my niche.
Yes. Oh my, we're gonna have episodes on glamour, on different deities, lesser known gods.
Interviews with
I'm a
other witches.
Yes! Yes! So we plan on doing interview with other witches, practitioners, spiritualists, and I know that you know how I am. I am a fiend for anything spooky, scary. So we did want to try to have a little bit of incorporation of the spooks, a little bit of the witchy
Mhm.
woo woo, as well as things to help support. So divination strategies, protection, and we cannot forget the witchy tea
Yes.
because, like, we have to recognize I am from upstate New York and Abby is from Alabama, and we have a totally different culture and dynamic when it comes to magic and witchcraft and spiritualism. And so it's going to be really important for us to bridge the gap between the two, to talk about what it is to be a witch in this society, what it is to practice in this space, especially during this climate. And I know that you have so many different stories, Abby, about it, and I'm so excited to pick your brain. And I know that we also talked a little bit about getting commentary from you guys. And so we have our email, catabasiscultura@gmail.com, where you guys can start to share different ideas, different questions, comments, stories that you guys have in
Hot
terms of
takes,
hot
paranormal
takes,
stories.
tea, like
Mhm.
all that good stuff. Um, and just for us to really have those deep conversations with you guys. And so yeah, like I am so excited to share this journey with my absolute best friend. Um, and explore cemeteries, lives, do the
Yeah,
damn thing.
yeah. I'll be going live on Instagram every now and then at the cemetery talking to the ghosties.
Yeah, she loves to talk to her ghosties. I told her we could do that as long as there's no Ouija board because I don't play those games. No, thank you. I'll take my tarot cards, I'll cleanse, say hello to the universe, but as soon as she pulls out a Ouija board, I'm
I'll
like, "No
play
thanks,
with
I'm good."
it.
Yeah, she will play with it. Yeah, she is cool being like a little gremlin in a cemetery. Talk nope, no thank you. And so, like, we're gonna have fun with that too. So, Abby, what about you? Like, what do you feel is gonna be like the biggest, I think, gift that you wanna share with our crew?
Mhm. I think being a voice for magical practitioners in the Deep South, like, there's, like, a difference between the South and the Deep South. I don't
Yeah.
know I can't say I know anyone, like, within a 30-mile radius of me that is a witch. So, even talking about it is kind of a brave act. Is it and it
Yes.
wouldn't sound like it would be that way, but living here, you just you need to walk on thin ice, but at this point, who gives a damn?
Who gives a
Mhm.
fuck? Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
I
and it's
mean,
helpful for somebody to be speaking because I personally don't know maybe one podcast that is just Southern based, really.
yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah, I think that it's so important, and I feel so honored to share this space with you, to be able to create a safe space for those that practice or those that are learning or those that are kind of just curious to see what this looks like. This will always be a safe space for that. And I know for me, I was raised Christian. I was raised thinking that this space and witchcraft and spiritualism was taboo or dangerous or evil. And so, unlearning a lot of behaviors and mentality and relearning what brujeria looks like, because that was always very taboo. And as a Latin woman, it was something that I was always so scared to open. And so, now being in this space, of learning, of being still so new and so and growing and having all these different avenues and resources, I think that it's so important to create almost like a platform for us to share this information, to research together, to acknowledge the facts and the fiction. And so I am excited to see Catabasis Cultura do the damn thing. Um, yeah, and so I thank you guys for listening. I know we talked about doing our podcast once a week, a new episode every Monday. Abby, which spots are we? I forgot where social media. Abby's our social media queen, so she can say where we're gonna be.
yeah, we're on Instagram at Katabasis Cultura, and we're also on YouTube at Katabasis
Yes.
Cultura, and TikTok,
Yeah.
same,
Yes, and the
Katabasis
Tiki
Cultura.
Taki. Yes, Catabasis Cultura
Mhm.
all the way.
And
And so follow us.
our first episode will be on protection magic, so that'll be a good
Yes,
one.
it will. We're gonna talk a little bit about different types of protection. We're gonna read out a couple of Reddit stories about how some of us should have done some protection, and
Mm.
we are gonna be able to engage a bit more. So, when is that coming out again? That is next week, February 2nd, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh my God, look at us go! Look
I
at us
know.
go! Thank you guys so 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 much for listening, and we will see you guys soon.
Bye.